world famous Matthew Green. What do you think about tonight, Matthew?
We'll see what we can do. That's all we have.
See if we can make a lap?
Yeah.
We got the car here tonight. $2 motor pistol speedway, whatever you want to call it. 2-gun speedway, $2 speedway, $2 motor pistol, whatever it is. $2 pistol motor speed. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. We're here tonight. Going to give it a shot. We're just practicing tonight. There ain't very many cars here. There's a few. Got the water truck. Making us a mud hole. Trying to see Wayne's air pressure over here. We'll give this thing a shot here in a minute. Here at the $2 Pistol Speedway. I said I'd never be back. I'll never be back to race. We're letting Matthew get some practice nights in, or laps in tonight. It's supposed to rain tomorrow night, but we'll see. We don't know yet. But we'll see how it goes. Going out to do a little packing. Let him get used to driving it. Hey there, everybody. This is the next morning. We didn't do much practicing because the radiator slid over just a little bit and got into the fan. Didn't damage the radiator so much as it cut the radiator hose. So that pretty much ended our night because we didn't have a spare hose. We will next time we go. We're going to buy a new radiator just for because, and that radiator there will be a spare. So as you can see, well, let me back that up. So with that being said, our season's probably over just about the time we got started, but we learned a couple things. He said the car was feeling okay. He wasn't getting on it really hard because he wasn't sure what was going to happen with it. He's just trying to drive it and for a little bit, you know, just to make sure things wasn't going to fall off, things was going to work. And he got on it a couple times, and we were planning on going out a few more times, as you can imagine. But with that radiator problem, had pretty much ended our night. So he was planning on going back out another time or two and see if he could start making some really good laps, but it just didn't happen. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We'll work on it some more. We'll have some more videos on it. But I got so many more projects going, it's pitiful. I've got, as you can see over here, I'm fixing to get started on that 7.3 right there. I'm going to probably pull the oil pan off of it, check everything in the bottom. This 305, I've got a gasket set ordered for it. I'm still working on the head. This is my last head. I got the valve, the seats ground, as you can see. They're all shiny. They're all ready. My valve grinder, it uses a round O-ring belt. Forgive me for that fan, but it's muggy today. It's supposed to rain this evening. But this you can see here uses a round O-ring belt that goes around these pulleys. One goes around this way and comes around, and then it goes back around this way, goes to that pulley, goes up and over here, comes back down that pulley, comes back over here and goes around that pulley and around this way. Anyway, I had to glue my belt. I had to shorten my belt. If you didn't know, you can take an O-ring, as you can see right there. It's already been done once. This is where I made it the first time. I had to shorten this thing because it stretched. Alright, as you can see, I have glued it back together. I've had it setting since this is Saturday. Can't remember if it was Thursday night or Tuesday night. One of them two. Had it setting since then. Anyway, I'm going to put this thing back together. I'll just show you if I can do it and hold the camera. That belt goes this way. This belt goes around here. Now, if I don't break it, just like that. Alright, now, if it don't break or kick the belt off, it should work. Let's see. It's working. Now I can finish my valve job. So, see this little pulley here pulls that. I think this is a little vacuum cleaner belt. I got it turned backwards and it works just fine, and adjust it right there. 21-inch belt. Look forever. Finally found that one. I was using one of them big heavy-duty zip ties right here. It made 9 kind of racket every time it'd flip over, that zip tie would catch. But that's better. It's supposed to have a 1-inch wide belt, but I don't have it. You can't find them. But anyway, as you can see, it's working. Keep everything lubed up. Everything's lubed, working good. I'll finish this out, I don't know, sometime or another. But anyway, we're going to get on this Camaro sometime here in the next few weeks. But this right here has got dropped off in the shop. I don't know if many of you have seen this yet. If you've seen my shorts, I had it on a couple of shorts. Needs some tires on it. 14 inch. That's probably a 13. I don't know, maybe a 14. But it ain't gonna have them on for long. I've found some more wheels. I'm gonna try to get this thing up on 4 good tires and wheels. It may not happen today, but needless to say, I'm gonna start tinkering on this a little bit. But if I can get it on 4 good tires and wheels, it'll make it so that we can move it in and out. But right here is what we got. Nope, that's not a small block Ford. That is a small block, but it is not a V8. It is a V6, a 2.8 V6. Somebody has started disassembling it. They pulled the water pump off of it. I think they got it hot. The water pump went bad or something. I don't know. Anyway, it needs an ignition module. As you can see, the oil running out the back of it. Rats have gotten a hold of it. I got this thing pretty cheap, but the engine is locked up. The little V6 is locked up. But I want to see if I can pull the plugs and if I can get this thing freed up and see if I can get it freed up. I'm going to see if I can make it run. And I might invest in a water pump. If I can get it freed up and make it run, I'll invest in a water pump and see what's going on. If it's got blowed head gasket, cracked head, if anything like that. If it don't have any water and oil. I checked that. But if it don't have blowed head gasket or cracked head or anything like that, I'm going to have a water pump on it and we're going to fire it up and run it and let it run. Make it move. It's a little 4-speed car. The back seat's folded down right now. Probably saving it. Needs carpet tucking out of it. A little 4-speed. It needs a set of keys. It ain't got keys in it. Don't know where a title is for it. Dash is all gill flirted. I don't know about the headliner. Ain't headliner delete model. But yeah, it's got a little bit of rust here and there. But you got to think, this is a 70-some model. What can you expect? Been sitting in a salvage yard for probably 10 years. I'm lucky to get it as good as it is. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. I was hoping maybe a title would be laying here somewhere. Be nice. But you never know. You never know. Dig around in these old cars. It's had a little bit of water leak. Hell, that ain't going to go up. There's a fan. There's a spacer. Some paperwork over there. When's the last time you seen an ashtray? But yeah, it's even got a, I don't know what else that is in there. Looks like a necktie. But anyway, these old hatches are heavy. Heavy. Alright. It needs a set of shocks on it, as you can see. That one rusted off. This one, it's still there, but I think we can make it work. May have to see about getting another one if we can get that out. We'll get this thing running and driving first. As you can see right there is a water leak issue. Right there. This rubber seal is junked around this thing. Yep. That long panel right there is made of unobtainium, I'm sure. I'm gonna say you never will find one of them. We'll see. If we can make it run and drive, we may tag this thing and clean it up and run it a little bit. Drive it a little. There's the thermostat. You just don't know what's where. But anyway, I'm gonna shut this lid because it's getting heavy. But yep, it's got an 8-inch rear end in it. 4-speed transmission. So we make this thing run and drive, we may convert this thing over to a 5-lug, but I ain't too concerned about it. I can get 15-inch wheels that's 4-hole. That's not a problem. So all the glass is good in it. It don't even need a windshield. It don't have this piece of trim, but it's not that big of a deal. There's still a few of these cars around. I could get that piece of trim from somebody. But my wife looked at it. She said, "Oh, I like that." Can you imagine your wife saying, "Oh, I like that. We could cruise in that." Yep. When's the last time your wife said that about something like that? So, yeah. If that motor don't run, I've got 2 options. Really got 3, but I know I've got 2. All right, I'm saving this motor, 302. I'm saving that for a 65 Mustang. But I know they fit. I know they work. I know they do. Most everybody else does, because they put these in the little Mustang 2 Cobras. So, the little King Cobras, whatever they want to call them. Option 2 is this 305 Chevy. You say, 305 Chevy in a Mustang? It don't matter what kind of motor it is, it's a motor. I'd rather get the little V6 running, believe it or not. I'd get that running. I mean, I ain't got to build motor mounts. I ain't got to build all kind of stuff. I just get it running, drive it. But we have a 302. We have a 305. Why wouldn't you put a big motor in it, like a 350 or 383 or 400? I could put a big block in it. But a 305, basically a 302, 305s, I mean, nobody wants them. Everybody says they're junk, but they're good little old motors. I mean, they're just a small block Chevy with a small, they're a 350 with a small bore. That's all they are, 350 with a small bore. We've got the crank rods, pistons in it. We've got a new double roller. Get the heads built. I got that head built already. You can see it's sitting there ready to go. As soon as I can get back on these valves, I'll finish grinding the valves. I'll put this head together. And as soon as that gasket set comes in, we'll have this motor going together. I just got the oil pan just setting on it. That's all I do. It ain't bolted down. So Option 3. Yep, I've got an option 3. Underneath that tarp, or piece of plastic, is a 2005 5.3. I have thought about that. Going 5.3, fuel injected. If I could find a little 4L60, something, you ain't got to have a super bad news transmission. 4L60E would be perfect for that. I've got a 700R. It works fine. I just had to figure out how to work. Somebody out there might know how to work the detent cable or whatever it is without throttle body. I don't know. I hadn't figured that out yet. Could make it work. I mean, I may have to run a longer cable or something up to the throttle body. I don't know. Somebody's got that figured out already, though. That's why most people just go with a 4L60E. That way your wiring harness will plug right into it. If somebody has one out there, electronic 4L60E, somebody out there has a wiring harness and an ECU for an 05 LS 5.3, and would like to donate it to the channel, make that little 74.5 Mustang run with an LS in it. It'd just be stock. It ain't gonna be no hot rod. If you want to see that happen, sponsor the channel with a 4L60E. Some people call it 4L Slippy E's, but I've got some people that can rebuild that transmission and it's fine. As long as it works, 4L60E with a wiring harness that's not been butchered and an ECU, I've got pretty much everything on the other end of it to make this motor run. I can figure out power steering and all that. I don't have to have all that great big conglomerate brackets and all that on the front. All I need is an alternator bracket and a power steering bracket. So, and I could probably look online and find that stuff aftermarket. So, if anybody has anything like that and would like to sponsor the channel, drop a link in the comments to where I can get a hold of you, email address or something, and we'll see if we can't make something happen. But like I say, 305, 302, 5.3, we've got options. We've got options. I've got other motors I can build over here, but got all these. I got plenty of motor projects going on right now. And as soon as we can, we've got a 355 we're going to be going together with for Little Red Rooster. Yeah, the 327 is going to come out. It needs some work. I'm working on, I'm going to make a whole video about this, but I'm going to let y'all know in advance. But I'm working on getting the money to get a boring bar. I've talked to a man, he's got one. We can set up and do the boring ourselves. We've got a valve grinder machine. I'm fixing to work on getting a surfacer. I'll be building that, but it'll just be the sanding surfacer. It won't be the precision head machine, the head surfacer. It'll be basically the old sandpaper style surfacer that you run the head, work it back and forth on as the sandpaper's running. But That'll be basically what it is. But I'll be able to surface heads. In other words, get them flat. I'll be able to do valves. I won't be able to do seats. Change seats out. I won't be able to change guides out yet. But I'm working on one piece at a time. But I'm also working on getting a boring bar. But the boring bar is $2,000. So if somebody wanted to donate to the channel, we'd greatly appreciate it. We could do a lot more engine work on here. We could even do some work for the public. I don't want to get into steady work for the public because I've got a full-time job, plus I pastor a church full-time. So this is basically a hobby, and I don't want to get into that unless I get ready to retire, and then I might do some more. But I've still got about 9 years before I can even think about that. I got to hit 62 first. Yeah. I need $2,000 to buy this boring bar. And then we can set in, and I've got several blocks over there that needs bored. Got a block right over here. See it right there? That block needs bored. But yeah, I've got several blocks over there that needs bored and cleaned up. But anyhow, I've rambled and rambled. Y'all's probably tired of hearing me, but I hadn't made a video in a little while, so I thought I'd jump on here and give y'all a little update. So yeah, things have been a little slow. I hadn't been making too many videos. I've been I don't know, just in la la land for a little while. We get that way at times, you know. So I was watching Old Man's Garage the other day, and he was a little bit down the dumps too. So we all get that way. So hey, the good thing is Buff's Garage made it to Tucson to the drags, so the duct tape drags. He went out there with the poverty tour. I think he said that high gear went out in little Fred the farm truck just out of Joplin. Think of that. He drove her from Missouri to Tucson, Arizona with high gear going out in it. Barely catching, if any at all. I think he's got another transmission going in it out there. But anyway, good for him. Good to see Buff's Garage make it in Little Fred the farm truck. All right, well, I'm going to get off here for right now. I have rambled for 25 minutes. Y'all have seen that. Y'all have seen this. Y'all have seen that. Y'all have seen this. Y'all have seen that block we're going to be boring over there. Y'all have seen this head work right there. And y'all have seen the valve grinder machine. So we might become Outfit's Machine Shop. It's got a little ring to it. May have to start another channel. All right, y'all help me out. Let's get that boring bar. Like I say, I need $2,000 to buy that. And the guy said he'd work with me on that. So y'all help me out. See if we can gather that $2,000 up. And join the channel. Do a super chat. Something of that nature. I've got the capability on here. So if y'all don't mind, jump in there and help us out. We'll catch you later here. Outfit's Garage. Saying God bless you. Jesus loves you. And keep a hammering, guys.